Alafu tena mwalimu unaanza
nikiona mwalimu
hata klasi shamba.
Alafu acha nianze. Mimi nataka kwa disrupt video. Tunaona
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, welcome to today's session. First of all, we're going to start with a recap on our last lesson. Last lesson, we looked at pollination and flower pollination. And we started with looking at the parts of the flower. We said a flower is categorized into two parts. We have the female part of the flower and the male part of the flower. And we said the female part of the flower is collectively termed as the pistil. Yeah? Very good. Then we said the male part of the flower is termed as the stamen. So we can still remind us about the female part of the flower. Can you name the female part of the flower? Yes. Very good, master. Good. Ovules and lastly oval. That's very good. So we termed those what as what? The female part of the flower. Then secondly, we said we have the male part of the flower. We said what are the male parts of the flower? Yes, pollen, anthers, and filament. Good, Genimo. So those are the parts of a flower. We concluded by saying that a flower has also sepals and other parts. Now, today we are going to proceed to what we call pollination. And we, before we define pollination, I want each of you to have these flowers and in our groups, in our existing groups. Take one. So that is a hibiscus flower. So as I said earlier, we are going to look at pollination. So I want each of you to define pollination. And what I want you to do is in your existing groups, I want you to discuss and define the term pollination. Can you put yourself in groups and think about what pollination is and write it down? You will come and present after. I'm giving you 2 minutes. The time is almost up. Now, I hope every group is through, and now you can be able to define what pollination is. So, we are going to start with group 3. I want you to come forward and present your findings. Come and present group 3. The reader and your members come and present what pollination is. So remember, you are presenting to your class.
So you have to talk. pollination is defined as the transfer of pollen grains from the main part that is called the anthers to the female part called the stigma. That is our finding.
Okay, clap for Samuel. I have a question before you leave the stage.
Yes, sir.
Is it the others of the center?
The main part is the under cell. And the other part that is female is called stigma.
You've been answered, John. Very good. So that is according to group 3. That is the pollination is defined as what? Transfer of pollen grains from male part, which is anther, to the female part, which is the stigma. So let us hear from group 1. Group 1, can you come and present your finding about pollination?
So in group 1, we are going to demonstrate about how pollination is taking place. Pollination is taking place when pollen grains is being transferred from anthers. This is anthers and this is stigma. So you can see this pollen grains, which is yellow, is being transferred to stigma. And it can happen also like this way. It can be transferred, these pollen grains can be transferred from this one, these anthers, to this stigma. And that is the way pollination is taking place.
That is good, Jelimo. Can you clap for Jelimo? I think Jelimo has explained very well, practically, and I hope each one of you can now know what pollination is, okay? That is according to group 1. Now, finally, let us hear from group 2. Can we hear from group 2?
Well, as we discussed,
You can come forward.
thank you, sir. And we defined the meaning of the term pollination as the transfer of pollen grains from anthers, which is the male parts of the flower, to the stigma, which is the female part of the flower. That is all.
Very good. So that's according to group 2. They are defined, I think they define the same way as group 1, eh? Yes. Group 1 or group 3. So that is very good. So finally, we will define pollination as what? Transfer of pollen grains from the male parts, which is termed as what? The anthers, to the female parts, which is termed as the stigma. That is what pollination is. Now, we are going to move to the next part of the topic, which is types of pollination. And before we can discuss more about the types of pollination, I want to play a very short 3-minute video. And I want each one of you to be very keen when watching this video, because at the end of the video, I'll pose some questions to you. So, types of pollination is the next part. Okay, so I'm going to play a 3-minute video on the types of pollination. So I hope every one of you can watch from where you are clearly.
Two gives rise to an embryo. Now let's get to know how exactly the process occurs. Let's learn about it in detail. But before that, tell me flowers are called unisexual flowers. Now, getting back to the process, the first step is that of pollination. It is the process by which pollen grains are transferred to the female reproductive organs of a plant. In other words, pollen from the anther are transferred to the stigma. Does this process occur only between two flowers of the same type? Yes, that is correct. Pollination occurs between the flowers belonging to the same type. And does that mean pollination occurs only between two flowers born on the same plant? That question leads us to the types of pollination. The type in which pollination occurs between flowers born on the same plant is called as self-pollination. So what will the next type be? The other type of pollination is called cross-pollination, where the pollens travel from the anther to the stigma of a different flower on another plant. Can you guess how this process of transfer of pollen grains occurs? For this, there are several agents which aid the process. Agents such as wind and water are the abiotic ones. On the other hand, biotic pollinators such as bees, bats,
Okay, let me pause. So that marks the end of our video, a very short video, the types of pollination. Now, from what you have seen in the video, can I'll ask one of you to tell us one type of pollination? That's all. Yes, Jane. Come up again, Jane.
Self-pollination.
Self-pollination. The other one? Yes, Mary. Cross-pollination. So we have the two types of pollination: the self and cross-pollination. Now, who can maybe give or discuss the two types of pollination? We're going to start with the self-pollination. Can one member tell us what is self-pollination? You can come forward and explain to your colleagues what is self-pollination.
Okay, self-pollination is the transfer of pollen from one flower, or it's the transfer of pollen from the same flower. Pollen anther to the stigma of the same flower.
That is good. Joy, can you clap for Joy? Yes. So it's the transfer of pollen grains in the same flower from the anther to the stigma of the same flower. That is self-pollination. Then how about the okay? What is the question for her? We all agree, okay?
Yes, what about the transfer of pollen grains from one flower in the same plant? Assuming there are two flowers in the same plant. What will that one be self or cross pollination?
Who can answer? Yes, Beverly, can you answer
It
it?
is self-pollination because it is the same plant but different flowers, but it is the same plant.
Yes. Okay, have you been answered?
Yes.
Yeah, that is good. So the next type of pollination, which is cross pollination, who can give us? Who can try? Yes, Beverly. You can answer from wherever you are, or you can come forward. So demonstrate your colleagues.
Cross-pollination happens when we have two plants planted in, maybe it's in an interval of 5 meters or 3 meters. Maybe this pink flower is this side and the yellow flower is in the other side. So pollen grains from the pink side comes to the stigma from the yellow side. That is cross-pollination.
Very good, Beverly. Have you all understood? That is cross pollination. Or where's a question? You can pose a question to her if you feel you're not contented. Yes, for instance, again.
Mine is just an addition.
Yeah.
For cross pollination, when you have a plant that is bisexual, unisexual, that means the flower is producing. One of the flowers is male and the other one is female, like the purple. They transfer from one plant to the other one. Cross pollination. You can have flowers having different sex.
Yeah. So that is a good emphasis. Okay. Have you all gotten the point?
Yes.
Yes. Now, so before we wind up our topic today, we may have to reflect on what we have seen today. We have talked about the definition of pollination, and we have defined pollination. Very well. And then again, we have seen what? The types of pollination. Now, as an assignment, I want you to go and research on the agents of pollination, because that is our next discussion, the types of pollination. Agents of pollination. We shall look at it during the next lesson. Okay?
Yes.
So thank you very much. See you during the next lesson.
Thank you.